Welcome home to Daybreak, one of the coolest communities in the Salt Lake Valley because they have a lake. Now, the lake is really neat because it meanders throughout the community, but everything is kind of centralized around the lake. We're going to go around the different areas of Daybreak and show you all the things that I think are the cool parts of Daybreak. Isn't this view gorgeous? I could come sit out here every day and watch sunset. This is one of the really unique things about Daybreak. They have this lake that kind of weaves in and out through the community, mainly around kind of a central area. They have docks that you can do paddleboarding, kayaking. They don't allow any motorized boats, but they also have a few areas where Daybreak residents can go essentially rent and use those paddleboards and kayaks and stuff like that without charge. That's included in your HOA. And you'll also see there's kind of a trail that goes through here. There's like 50 plus miles of trails throughout the Daybreak community. Behind me, you can't see, there's a few people jogging, there's skateboarding, bicycling, a lot of active community type environment here. But man, this is just absolutely gorgeous. These are some of the larger homes that you'll see in Daybreak. Some of the ones that we looked at earlier are more townhomes, smaller single-family homes. But mainly around the lakes, you'll see a lot of these larger homes. So really, there's a home for everybody depending on your family size or the size of home you need. Now here around the lake, you have large single-family homes, really kind of oceanfront, lakefront vibe. That's kind of the downtown area of Daybreak over there. You've got condos, townhomes, apartments, a lot of walking distance for restaurants, shopping. You've got more townhomes over here. If you notice, everything has kind of a similar vibe. It's very clean, a little more modern, but none of the architecture is really the same or identical. Over here you've got more homes, literally as far as the eye can see. And one of my favorite views is Kennecott over there. It's kind of hard to see right now with the sun coming in, but I love to see all the colors, the red, really makes a great view. What goes well with a lake? A beach. Since Daybreak has such a large lake, they've added a few beach areas like this that are sandy to really continue the vibe around the lake. Daybreak is such a unique community. One of their key pillars is sustainability. So you'll notice areas like this where it seems like the grass isn't mowed, but it's actually sustainability. They have areas where the grass is pristine, just like you'd see anywhere else, but then areas of open space to demonstrate that water-wise and sustainability. Now, part of where Daybreak gets its name is when the sun comes over those mountains in the morning, it pretty much hits Daybreak first thing, and just like the name suggests, Daybreak. Here's some examples, some super cute homes. This is one of the main streets, so a little noisy with cars, but a lot of the other areas are quiet and tucked away. This is your typical Daybreak neighborhood. The sidewalks are clean, well maintained. The lawns are trimmed. You also have all the plants, trees, all maintained as part of the HOA. A lot of neighbors like to put different unique items to kind of customize their home. Here we've got a fun wreath on the door. You can see down here they've got some wind spinner object. A lot of the Daybreak neighborhoods have a driveway for entrance into the garages that is separate from how you'd normally get to maybe the front of the home. So this is an example of the kind of an alleyway that you'll see all over Daybreak. Now the street we're on is Topview Road. This is in the East Lake Village. So here you can see more of that spinner area. And you can also see there's still a good variety of different types of homes. It's not just cookie cutter of the same home everywhere. You also see a lot of green spaces like this in Daybreak, kind of common community areas. And if you notice, the front door of all of these homes faces into this green space. Yeah, meant to really foster community, but still really cute and unique different homes. Here at the Garden Park Clubhouse, which is on the west side of Daybreak, there are a few of these scattered throughout the community. They have everything from a gym, usually some outdoor pickleball courts or tennis courts. Behind this area here, they have outdoor pools. This is just part of what's built in to living in Daybreak and part of your HOA dues. A lot of these things you'd have to pay for and go elsewhere for, whereas here they're just included, part of that community vibe, part of not having to go very far for those amenities that you love and would use so often. There's also a large grass area here behind the Garden Park community space. A lot of activities can happen here. You can rent pavilions, or really just reserve them because they are all included. But then there also are, like I mentioned, some tennis courts over here. Let's kind of zoom in. You can kind of see them over there. So really just so many opportunities for community and outdoor space without having to go very far at all. As example, here are some of the homes that are right across the street from it. So it's just tucked in, just as if it was another home. Here is the area where you can rent or check out kayaks, paddle boards, all included in your HOA dues. We're down here in kind of central or downtown Daybreak. You see these buildings here are, some of them are townhomes, some of them are condos or apartments. See, there's some more docks, more larger homes across the water. Now, and you'll notice kind of the grass here. This is another good example of kind of a wild landscape focus on sustainability instead of pristine green grass everywhere and wasting water. Now this is kind of the downtown area. They call it kind of Soda Row. Lots of restaurants, lots of shopping. There's even a University of Utah medical clinic. Almost everything you need right here in Daybreak. This is another area that's kind of unique with Daybreak. There's some paddleboarders out there in the lake right now. But a lot of the area around Daybreak has a big focus on community, family, being able to really do anything you need within a few minute walk. So here we've got this large kind of playground area. There's also another one here across the street. Just some really cool community spaces, kind of park areas. Keep life interesting, and a lot of those amenities right close to home or a few minutes walk from your front door.